The Christmas Letter was a pretty enjoyable film. This was released in 2024. It's directed by Tori Hunter, it's written by Michael J. Cunningham, and we have a cast including Angus Benfield, Chevy Chase, Regina Schneider, Randy Quaid, Brian Doyle-Murray, and various others. And Joe is fed up of receiving everybody's elaborate Christmas letters every year. So he decides that this year, or for the next Christmas letter, things are going to change. And he's going to make sure that they are able to produce a solid Christmas letter with a lot of activity. And I think there's probably a strong element of relatability here. And I think it's also a really good reminder that not everything is as it seems. For example, he tries to then fabricate this year of excitement so that it's in a Christmas letter, and while he's technically trying to go about doing these things to put into the letter, it's all a facade. That's not what their real life is usually like. And I think it's a great lesson that if you receive a Christmas letter, I don't know if people still send Christmas letters, but if you receive one and it's full of all of these amazing things, while there may be some truth in it, it may not be completely accurate. And I do think that it really helps to highlight this. There's a great episode of The Middle where Brick learns about Christmas letters and how ridiculous they can be and how people only ever put the good stuff in there. And I think the episode, or this film rather, does a really great job of highlighting this. Obviously, it's really good fun, the fact that he's planning this whole year of family activities, so they have things to write about. I love the idea, and I think for real life, that could be some great inspiration. I'm not saying go and live your life just to half fabricate or exaggerate a Christmas letter, but the idea of trying to come up with all of these activities so that you've had a brilliant year, or at least an adventurous year, I think is great. I don't have an issue with that. I will say, though, that it doesn't really feel as Christmassy as I would have liked. And I think it would have been better, and this is just my perspective, this is what I would have enjoyed more. Instead of spreading the activities out over a longer period of time, I would have rather, for example, they received the Christmas letter on, say, the 1st of December, and then they decide, right, we have a week to do everything. And they tried to cram in a load of different activities, all of them Christmas-based, and then they could say, even in the past month, we have done this and this and this as a family. And it would have been, again, a facade, not an accurate representation of their life, but it would have been very festive as well, and I think that would have been a much stronger, and to some extent, a more believable film as well. Not that it wasn't that believable, but I think it would have made a bit more sense. So I think that would have been a stronger film, a more enjoyable film, potentially a more chaotic and fun film, but what we got was still good. But it could have been better. We do have some likeable characters, some great performances, some really lovely music, some great costumes. The turkey shirt looks amazing. Look out for it. It's good fun. And in general, it's an enjoyable film. And also it touches upon the messages about the true spirit of Christmas and what's really important at that time of year. So all things considered, I thought The Christmas Letter was a really enjoyable experience. It could have been better, could have been more festive, could have been a bit more fun, but it was still a nice idea, well executed. Ultimately, I enjoyed it, and I'm happy to recommend it.